transgressions. That's the idea. So that is the idea of karma. How it is done? Because your previous karma. In this life, if you work hard, you can improve in this life itself. Next life, you will be born as a great genius. You want to be a singer, but your voice is not good. But if you practice well enough, this life itself, you will be a tolerable singer. And next life, you will be born as a genius. Otherwise, how will you explain Mozart composing at the age of 4 or 8, sonata, etc.? Euclid gave his geometrical theorems at the age of 12. Shankaracharya wrote his Vedanta philosophy at the age of 16. These are all miracles of life. So this is called the theory of karma and rebirth. The point is, some people say, I don't believe in rebirth. You need not believe. If you want to give a better explanation. Another scientific principle is, till and until you are able to give a better explanation, this is the explanation, not merely best explanation, this is the explanation. That is a scientific truth, you see. Anyhow, one more idea. What is the goal of life? What is the meaning of life? Everybody, somebody or sometime or other asks this question, what is the meaning of all this? Why I am here? So they said, oh, you have a goal. Some people know we have no goal. Either life has a goal or no goal. If life has a goal, man refuses to say that life is chaotic. He has got some real objective. So goal is freedom, salvation as it is called. Freedom. That all nature is trying to be free. That is how the growth comes in. What is the method? Vedanta said there are 4 methods called yogas. Yoga means path of realization, path of unification with Godhead or divine. 4 yogas based on your 4 faculties. Psychology recognizes 3 faculties: intellect, you think, you feel, you will work. Based on that, 3 yogas: Dhyana yoga, Bhakti yoga, Karma yoga. When these 3 are not operative, they are called calmness, serenity, yoga condition, when you don't actively do anything. That is called Dhyana yoga, Raja yoga, royal path or meditation path. Now I should leave you a few minutes for questioning. I can go on talking, but then no use. You are already studying. You will be better informed than average people about religions of the world. And it's a wonderful idea that you get acquainted with other religions so that you know the common points. Because at certain point, when especially from the last century, agnosticism and secularism went on spreading more and more with the help of science in West. India, there was no revolt against it. So there was a sort of bifurcation in life. So the lessons of faith will have to be learned by all groups. That is the idea. That there is a higher being. Sri Ramakrishna in recent days incarnated himself and we believe that God comes now and then. We believe in avatar. Of course, not exclusive avatar like Christ, but we believe that other great teachers are there. And Vedanta, of course, Ramakrishna practiced some disciplines of Christianity and Islam and told that there is truth in every religion. That is the major idea of Vedanta. Harmony of religions, truth in every religion, and we should learn from each other. That is the idea. Now, if you want to ask any question, you can ask. 6 o'clock there will be Vespers service. Yeah.
What is the form of your praying?
There are, in India itself, there are 800 million people. So, of these 120 million Muslims, probably about 30 million Christians, and the rest are all Hindus. So, it is a vast sea of humanity. You can't have one discipline. So Hinduism said we shall give freedom. So we have got varieties of prayers. But normally prayers are 3 types. All religions put together. When you analyze, you don't analyze only for Hinduism. Because Hinduism harmonized their own groups. So we speak for every religion. in our own view, of course. First is you pray to God when you are in trouble. Oh Lord, I have got headache, please remove my headache. I've got financial difficulty, please help me. My health is not good, my mind is not good. Somebody has insulted me, please help me or do something. That is recognized as a vast majority of the people go to God when they are in trouble. When they are all right, they don't bother about Him. The second type of people who pray, they are not in any trouble, but a little more is better. If I've got a little better house, a better job, a little more wealth, a little more prestige, a little more position, so they want a little extra. And people of the world all believe that they are the specially chosen people. It is not the Jews who are only the chosen people. Everybody is a chosen people. Every devotee believes that he is a chosen person. We are on God's side. God is the ruler. So, if we are on His side, He should give us something extra. Hinduism believes that yes, He gives extra. But then he becomes partial. What type of God is he who has got, he doesn't look equally. So how to save God from that charge? Ramakrishna gives another analogy. He said there is wind is blowing on the river, on the ocean. If you unfurl your sails, you get the benefit of the breeze, of the wind. If you don't unfurl, you don't get the benefit. So God's grace is blowing equally for everybody. But if you unfurl your sails, that means you open your heart, you will get more benefit. And then you will say, see, my boat is going so fast, his boat is not going. God is specially gracious to me. God is even-sighted, but in this way, he looks as if he is specially gracious to me. So that is the important idea in prayer. In trouble or asking for something more. But there is a third group of people, third class of people, who turn to God to know the meaning of life. What is the meaning of existence? Why I am here? Is there the meaning in my life? These are called questioning, quest, spiritual quest, not based upon my wants or my difficulties. So in the Gita, Krishna, who talked about Gita, he is an avatar. He said there are 4 types of devotees. One group who are in trouble, in affliction. Second group who want something. Third group who wants to know the truth. Then the fourth group who has known it. They know it, more or less, and they hold on to God. So prayer will be different according to my situation. If I want something, then of course I pray. If I don't want something, why should I pray? But I may love God. If I love God, I shall think about God, but I won't ask Him anything. If I ask at all, I shall ask spiritual things. Give me more love, shower grace on me, do what is good for me, that way. So prayer, there may be 1,000 varieties of prayers, but based on these simple ideas. According to my need, I pray, or according to my affliction, I pray. And then knowing the truth, I pray. And then when I am established in that condition, I don't pray at all. But I try to think of God without any expectation. I think I have covered you, but you can, any specific prayer is all right. Yes. Any other question? Yes? Huh? All right. You want the explanation of freedom and salvation? Huh?
Is there anything else we're seeking?
Huh?
Is there anything else we're seeking?
Oh, you are seeking. Hinduism has got an idea of what you seek. They divided all that you seek under 4 headings. All codifying, you see. There are 100,000 varieties of seeking. They said 4 major. One is you want to enjoy. You ask any man in the street corner or practicing all types of austerities, what do you want? We enjoy. But I am telling so much trouble I am taking in studying, that means I am not enjoying. I could play in the street, instead of that I am cooking myself up. Oh yes, even this suffering you are taking so that you can enjoy better later. Okay? So that will more equipment. So enjoyment is the goal of life. But enjoyment requires money. So money is a valid goal of life. But then both of these require another consideration called the idea of dharma. Consideration for the other man. You should not earn in such a way the other man is fleeced. That's why all religions support the idea of charity, sharing. In Sanskrit, the word is for charity is dana, gift. But dana is sharing. Because the wealth belongs to God, not you. You by chance got it extra. It's God's money, so you extra money you give to other people. So God's gift. So the idea of consideration, righteousness, goodness, sympathy for the other people, that is called dharma. Normal life is managed with these three ideas. Dharma, artha, kama. Desires, artha means wealth, and dharma means controlling factor. Otherwise people may become too selfish, too acquisitive. If you become too acquisitive, say in a capitalistic society, then balancing factor will come, the communism and other things. So give up. Before you are forced to give up a little, willingly. Why? Because God has said so. Or religious teacher has said so. Why should I love my neighbor as myself and not cut his throat? What is the argument? Many people cut their throat, neighbor's throat. Because it is same, we are the children of same God. The teacher has said so. That is the idea. So they said, but life is not finished with these three ideas. In spite of all your wealth, all your conveniences, a part of mind feels empty, sometime or other. There is a higher goal, they call the goal of moksha in Hinduism. Moksha means freedom or salvation. Freedom of salvation. So moksha. That completes life. Human life is not finished only with these three. Average man's life is finished. You can manage without God, one life. But Hindus and Buddhists have an advantage. They are not in a hurry to make you, salvage you. They will give you longer time. This life you cannot do it, next life. If not, another life. Till and until you are perfect, you will not be released. But the advantage is, nobody will be condemned. You see, one life, that is the argument they give against. Anyhow, so the goals of life are these. Physical, mental, aesthetic, moral enjoyment. To provide them, you reckon the wherewithals of enjoyments. But both should be controlled by a righteous consideration of righteousness or goodness of man or consideration for the other man. But overriding all the three, there is another goal of life, salvation or freedom. So any desire you want to put, all will come under this. Now you are a young man. What do you want out of life? I want to enjoy. For that you will have to pay the price. So you work for 20 years, grow yourself to learn a vocation, equip yourself. Then after that what do? You get a job. After that, probably a good wife or husband. Then children. Then social position. Then a blank. Then you know what more to expect. There is a story that Alexander wept because there was no more country, their known country to conquer. All the world he conquered. Of course, there are many more left out, but according to their geography, that much was there. So that is the important idea. So all your desires can be put under these or that. Particular desires, either through the body, through the mind, aesthetic, moral, and other, and then beyond this body and the mind. Every desire can be put under one or other socket. That is the main point. All right, our next program is coming. It will be the Vespers service. They will stay on, no? Very good. Thank you. Thank, of course, Father Sean to bring you all to share some ideas with Vedanta and Hinduism. Vedanta is the essence of Hinduism. Vedanta, we have adopted some of the disciplines, some of the spiritual practice of Hinduism, some of Christianity also. Varieties a little here from here, in between somewhere. We are not purely ritualistic. If you want more rituals, you must go to a Hindu temple, regular Hindu temples. Vedanta group is in between somewhere, half Hindu, half Christian, half this like that. We mixture a little. Because our major thrust is not level of Hinduism, but philosophy idea. Spiritual experience and philosophy is the major part. And the Swamis in Vedanta are not called priests. We are not priests. We don't do priestly work. We don't do priestly work. Normal priestly work is birth, marriage, death in these three occasions and special occasions. For that there is a special group of people called the priests. In Hinduism also we have priests, but they are normal people, married people, like the Protestant priests and all that, more or less like that. So that is the type. All right, thank you.